Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Coach's Royal Reptiles. Thanks for giving me another chance. Thanks for coming back. Hey, if this is your first time, welcome to my channel, Coach's Royal Reptiles. I'm Coach. Hey, today's video is not the Pomona show. I'm a failure. I'm a bad person. I failed. But that's okay. I'll be all right. I just couldn't get all of the stuff that I needed to get done. And my wife needed a little bit of help with her father. This video today, what I decided to do today is I did a room tour, but really what I want to do is I want to help more of the keeper people and the people maybe who are just trying to get into the hobby with your enclosures. And I'm going to kind of show you my enclosures because I keep ball pythons in my room. I keep ball pythons in display cages. I keep them in racks. I can show you animals being kept both ways. And so I'm probably one of the few breeders in ball pythons that keep some of their animals in display cages, some ball pythons. And I do that because I like keeping some of my animals in display cages. I like to still be connected to the keeper side of me, not just the breeder side of me. So I keep animals in racks, I keep animals in display cages. I'm going to show you how I set up the different racks and how I set up display cages. How do I measure the heat and the humidity? So I want to show you guys really the display cages so that you folks out there that are just keeping ball pythons can see how somebody who's been keeping them for 13 years, how I keep them in display cages. I'll set them up and set them up for success. All right? Set them up so that you have as little to manipulate and as little to track as possible, right? Because I'm keeping over 100 ball pythons in there, right? I can't take hours per ball python every week, right? I've got to make sure what I've got is working. And basically what I do is I lean on my experience. I know what parameters I'm trying to create, humidity-wise, temperature-wise, where I want to bring the temperature, the heat from. That's important as well, right? And we're going to talk about all that stuff when we get in there, the things that I do for my display cages. And I'll even show you a couple of racks, because I do racks differently. All my racks aren't exactly the same or set up exactly the same. So we'll go over those things as well. Stick around, it's going to be lots of good information for y'all. Even if you've been keeping for years, I mean, it's always great to see how other people do it, right? Just to kind of see if there's a tweak or something that you like, that you steal, right? I'm a football coach. Football coaches are the biggest thieves. It's, you steal stuff you like from other coaches. Ooh, I like that play. I'm going to add it in my playbook. We steal other people's stuff all the time. And I think that makes us successful, right? Because you're stealing something or you're using something that you've liked and you've already seen it work, or you probably wouldn't be stealing it. So that's what I want you to kind of look at what I do. Look how I've done it. I don't have ball pythons sick. I don't have ball pythons dying. I'm just going to give it to you based on my experience of 13 years and how I've adjusted to get to where I'm at today. But we're going to be looking at husbandry. That word. That's a word that'll get you in trouble on Facebook. We're talking about husbandry and how to create that environment for your ball python. So let's get to it. Take a look, see what you think. I'll see you in the middle for a get to know coach, and I'll see you at the end to say goodbye and set you up for next week. All right, I'm trying something new. Don't know if this will work. I can't hold the phone. All right. I'm holding the phone in my hand and I'm filming myself like a selfie. For old guys, this is new. This is new for me. So maybe for you younger folk, this is how you do it. I have no idea. I'm going to do it my best here to give you a little video, show you some stuff with your husbandry. Might not be as many animals in this video as I normally put, but I'll try to get you something. I like to have animals in my videos about snakes. So here you can see I'm sitting kind of on my desk here in front of my baby racks. That one's empty. I don't have any, but this one's full. all the way down. All right. So we're going to be talking to you about racks and how I heat racks, because there's two different ways you can heat racks. Racks you can heat for back heat, or you can heat with belly heat. And so I'm going to talk to you about those, and I'm going to show you different racks that I have in my room and the different heat that I use and why I use the different heat for different racks. So here we go. And I'm going to be flipping the camera around and showing you what we're going to talk about today. Here we go. How do I do it? I don't know. I'll just start another clip. Darn it. Old guys shouldn't be able to do this. We shouldn't be allowed to have these kind of tools in our hands, really, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna start another clip. I don't know how to do this. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so now I've got it flipped around again so I can show you the rack. And that's the rack, they sit on my desk. Right? And so I want to show you, we talk about back heat. I've got this one already. I got Gary the Snake, my clutch of Gary the Snake in there. But you see, that's the heat tape on the back. And you see the little tape on the edge, that's just duct tape. And I'm using that to tape the edge, but I'm putting the duct tape just on that plastic edge of the heat tape. And then that heat tape's like 11 or 12 inches wide. And so you see it's kind of just like in the middle of the tubs. All my baby racks, all my baby tubs are done with back heat. Okay, so they're back heat. They're not laying on a belly heat. And I'm not sliding tubs over heat tape. Right? So if you've got a rack like this, and let's just take another tub out. Let's just take this tub out. You see the shelf back there? It's not grooved for heat tape. So you would have to stick the heat tape on top of the shelf. Well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to move and slide my tubs in and out over a piece of heat tape, because sooner or later, that's going to start to fray and start wearing out. All right, so here, when I do racks like this, I use back heat. Also, there's another way that I use back heat, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so these racks, this is my tower of my adult males. These two racks down here and this white rack up here, again, are on back heat. This rack has got grow-up females. That's belly heat. The heat is on the bottom of the shelf. But I'm going to show you the heat tape is cut into a groove. So when I slide this tub in, I'm not sliding it over the heat tape. I don't recommend that type. So if you've got a rack and you're going to heat it with belly heat, unless you've got it, the rack is grooved, it's routed to accept the heat tape in the base of the shelf, and I'll show you on this one what I'm talking about here. Let me end this and I'll start again. Okay, here we go. I've taken the tub out. So now you can see, if you're going to use belly heat, this is how I recommend you using the belly heat. It's a little dusty back on there, but you see how it has, let me make sure we get a focus. You see how it's grooved? It's laying in the groove, and then it's got a little fixture there on the bottom to get the tub to just ride over the top of it, but not to ride on the top of it. You see that? So if you're going to use belly heat in your racks, and these are all back heat, but this one right here is belly heat. If you're going to use belly heat, please, please, please only use it when you can recess it like this. If not, you're just sliding that tub over that tape, and that tape is going to wear out. I apologize, I got a little bit of dust back there. I'll hit that right before I put that tub back in. But I just wanted to show you that. I want to make sure that that's very clear. Do not slide tubs over heat tape. You're going to start a fire. Eventually, you're going to ruin it. So, recess. See how that's recessed? I'm going to try to show you with my hand. See how I'm up against the lip? That is down. It's recessed. It's not at the same level as the rest of the bottom of the, receptacle for the tub. Okay, this is my ARS rack. Let me try to get back so I get the whole darn thing in there. That's my ARS rack. You can only, on the ARS or Freedom Breeder, you can only do belly heat or no heat, right? There's no back to put back heat on, right? So that's a rack that's got to use belly heat or no heat at all, and it's going to use ambient. Well, here I've got the heat in it. So it's belly heat, and this is all females. This is all females. And then this over here, that's a grow up rack. And I'm going to show you, this is on back heat. You can see the back, the heat tape behind the tubs. So that's back heat. This is a VE6 with a VE2 rack on top of it. These are great racks, very versatile. You can get 3 different size tubs to fit in these racks. I'm just using the biggest tub. This is belly heat. I won't keep adult males in a belly heat rack. This is just for grow-ups, for males. All right, and then this was a homemade rack by somebody who I bought this rack from. And again, it's back heat. Because there's no grooves put into each shelf to receive the heat tape, I would not put belly heat on this rack. This is back heat. Now, these are grow-up females, but I wouldn't breed a female in these tubs. And let me expand on that. Why not, Coach? Well, I wouldn't because they don't have belly heat, right? And so when that female starts looking for a spot to lay her eggs, she's looking for a spot that's going to be, about 90, 89 degrees, going to be 100% humidity. First of all, we're not going to have that kind of humidity in here for her. But she can create that in her coils. But absent the belly heat, she's not probably going to be able to create what she needs or what she feels comfortable with to lay those eggs. So my breeder females, if I'm breeding females, they're either in one of these tubs or they're in one of these bigger display cages. And we're going to talk about the display cages and how I heat those in the next part of the video, because I want to create something that a female can feel comfortable laying eggs in, but I don't want my males laying on belly heat. And I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or whatever, but better safe than sorry. Back in the day, we used to talk about your males laying on belly heat's going to kill their sperm count. Well, my males don't lay on belly heat. So that's it. That's the racks I have, back heat and belly heat, and that's why we do that's why we have options. All right, welcome to another Get to Know Coach. In this week's Get to Know Coach, I'm gonna let you know this is the end of part 1. Part 1, I pretty much dealt with just the racks and how I heat my racks and why I use the heat option that I use. In next week's video, you're going to see the part of this video that was done for the display cages. The video was just way too long. This week's video is going to be a little bit shorter than next week's video. Next week's video is going to be a little bit longer than this one, because I really kind of wanted to show people, how I heat racks and talk about some other subjects as far as your husbandry is concerned. So a lot of just me talking in these videos this week and next week. I apologize that I didn't get a video out last week. This video has really been challenging. I think there's lots of great information in this video that it's well worthwhile for the watch. But I just didn't think that I would get the type of viewership that I would hope to get on a video like this. It was darn near an hour long. So last minute, I decided to split it into 2 videos. And really, that's why you didn't get a video last week. I was just kind of wrestling with this video. I was all shot in time, but getting it the final edit on this video, I just finally decided I'm going to make it 2 videos. I skipped a week, and I'm just going to make this 2 videos. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. This is it. We're not going out no more. We're not moving around no more. We're ending it right here. And I really appreciate you guys coming in, taking a look at this video. Now, before you get out of here, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm just trying to grow my channel and start doing some really neat stuff here. So hopefully you're enjoying the content you see. Again, I apologize for missing last week. And then basically what you're going to do in next week's videos, you're going to basically go from the get to know coach that I already filmed for that one. But I figured I would get a get to know coach here, kind of tell you and bring you up to speed on what the heck is going on with me, and let you know what you got coming next week. So next week, you're going to see my display cages and how I heat them and how I keep ball pythons in display cages. So hopefully that'll be good for the new people coming in to the hobby, people that are now just starting to keep ball pythons. I've been keeping ball pythons for 13 years. They're not hard to keep. You just got to get the parameters kind of close. They're very forgiving animals. Very forgiving animals. So good luck with your setups. I shared the information here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I interact with everyone that I get. I don't get that many. So it's kind of easy. But I do want to interact with everybody that interacts with me. So I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe before you get out of here. I would greatly appreciate it. And watch for next week's video. It'll be out on time. I promise. It's already uploaded. All it is, it's scheduled to go next Friday. So there's 2 videos. I got really something special coming the next video. Very excited about it. I don't want to talk about it because every time I talk about it, I have to reschedule it. So I'm just going to leave it where it is and see if we can get it done this time. Just very excited about it. And it's not a big deal. You know, just people living lives, right? Nobody's doing something, wrong to anybody else. We just living lives and, trying to match up a time where it works great for both of us. All right. So hopefully you'll get to see that one. Not next week. Next week will be more husbandry. The week after that, that's going to be the good one. Make sure you come back. Make sure you're subscribed so you see when it comes out. Going to do some great stuff on here on the channel. Really appreciate you taking time to look at and check me out. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye.